guys? Brooklyn Gaming here to mention another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. And in today's Duel Links video, we are going to be going over the brand new leaked main box for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Shark FANG. Now, obviously, we just got done with the original Shark Unlock event 24 hours ago. And obviously, you know, everybody knew that the next main box was going to be a Shark themed deck, and yeah, this main box with this does not disappoint in that regard. Now, when it comes to meta change, it's not the best. I mean, the cards in this main box are good, but I do not think that anything in this box is going to incredibly change the meta whatsoever. But with that being said, there are still some very good cards to look at. So we're going to take a look at the UR and SR cards that you see on the screen right now. And we're also going to take a look at some of the rare and normal Xyz monsters in this main box. So, first things first, obviously we have number 32 Shark Trick, which is going to be the cover card of this main box. We've already talked about this card several times in past videos, so I'm not going to delve too much into this card. We have a number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, which is definitely one of my favorite number cards, so I'm very happy to see this in Duel Links. So, number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark is a rank 4 water attribute C-Star type effect monster. Monster requires 2 level 4 water monsters. When any player's monster declares an attack, you can attach 1 Xyz material from this card. All monsters your opponent controls currently lose 1,000 attack until the end of the turn. When this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect sent to the graveyard, you can target a monster in your graveyard and special summon it. It's obviously 1% effect, 2600 attack, 2100 defense. Not bad. And the fact that it lowers your opponent's attack points by 1,000. Yeah, the fact that it lowers your opponent's attack by 1,000 during the battle phase is really solid. It basically, yeah, it really just can allow you to get rid of any of your opponent's monsters. And the fact that it's 2600 attack is really good. Basically, as long as your opponent's monster is 3600 attack or less, this card can get over it. So that's good. It is up to the end of the turn, but you know, still a very good effect. And the fact that it special summons a monster from the graveyard when it's destroyed is also good. So all around, a pretty good card. Then we got Maelstrom the Symphony Djinn. Got another Djinn Xyz monster. It is a dark attribute, rank 4. Requires 2 level 4s. Again, very generic. 1800 attack, 2300 defense. Once per turn, you can attach a super material from this card. Then target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Change it to a face-down defense. So basically, a walking Canadia. If a Djinn Xyz monster control will be destroyed, you can attach a Xyz material from this card instead. So again, another all-around good card. It is a walking Canadia. And it also protects all of your Djinn Xyz monsters. There are 2 others, so yeah, not bad. Especially. Alright, last UR Xyz monster we're going to talk about is Evil Swarm Bahamut. It is another dark attribute rank 4 Xyz monster. Requires 2 level 4 Swarm monsters. 2350 attack, 1350 defense. Once per turn, you're touching Xyz material from this card. Target face-up position. Face-up monster your opponent controls. This card wins Swarm monster, and if you do, take control of that monster. So this one is basically a walking enemy controller, and I do believe you get to keep it, because it doesn't say till the end of the turn. The fact that it's only with Swarm monsters is not too good because I don't think any of the Evil Swarm cards or Steel Swarm cards are actually all that good. So yeah, I don't really see this card seeing play. Yeah, I mean it's a good Exceed monster, but I don't think it's gonna be all that well. And we got another Evil Swarm UR card, Evil Swarm Caster. Dark level 4, 1750 attack, 550 defense. During the turn this card with normal summon, you can normal summon one Isra monster in addition to your normal summoner set. So this is... Alright, so actually this card's pretty good. Basically allows you to go into Evil Swarm Bahamut. So I think this big influence along with the Bahamut Ring 4 is actually pretty good. I know I just said Evil Swarm aren't good at the links. Again, this card is good, Evil Swarms, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to actually, make Evil Swarm better. It's something they need quite a bit of support. So this card and the Exceed monster, both good cards. Next we got Mermaid Shark. This card was we did talk about this card already. So yeah, it being a UR card isn't bad per se for it being, even though it's a level 1. Because Shark does have a skill that I forget what it's called, but it basically changes monsters' levels on your field to level 4. So you basically go to Exceed plays. So yeah, next we got Tin Goldfish, which can work along with the Mermaid Shark that we just talked about. It's a level 4 water attribute, machine type effect monster, 800 attack, 2000 defense. When it is normal summoning, you can special summon a level 4 monster from your hand. Again, basically the same as Goblinberg. The only thing is, Tin Goldfish doesn't switch to defense mode. But either way, it lets you go into rank 4 Exceed plays, and yeah. Last UR card is Exceed Reborn. It is a normal trap. Target one Exceed monster in your graveyard is supposed to summon it, and if you do, attach this card as Exceed material. So in the main box and mini box before this one, we got one Exceed trap each. First was the counter trap, Exceed block, I think it was. And then last mini box we got Exceed Veil, which was a continuous trap, and a normal Exceed trap in Exceed Reborn. So again, this is a good card if you're using it for just a regular Exceed based deck. If you're only summoning Exceed monsters primarily of the time, majority of the time. So yeah, along with those other 2 traps, this card is definitely good because it basically gives you already one Exceed material and the Exceed material summoned from the graveyard. So this is definitely very good. Alright, so those were the UR cards. Now we're going to go over the SR cards, which, in my opinion, I feel like they could be better. But, it is what it is. We're still going to talk about them, and let's go. So, first card we're going to talk about is Gishki Vision. Gishkis are getting more support in this mini box, or the main box, I should say. So Gishki Vision is a water attribute level 2 sea serpent effect monster, 700 attack, 500 defense. If you ritual summon exactly one water ritual monster with a card effect that requires use of monster, this card can be used as the entire requirement. If you discard this card, add one Gishki ritual monster from deck to your hand. Now this is very good for Gishkis. I would say probably definitely a 2 of, because there's already a lot of pretty good Gishki monsters already. There are no new Gishki ritual monsters or spells, so it's only just the monsters. But having this as the entire tribute is definitely good. Next we have more Evil Swarm support. We got Evil Swarm Kurikayan. Probably butchered that name. It is a Dark Attribute level 4 spellcaster type monster, 1600 attack, 1550 defense. You can only use each effect of Evil Swarm Kurikayan once per turn. While this card is in the graveyard, if it is sent there this turn, you can normal summon one Iswar monster for one less tribute. You can banish one Iswar monster from your graveyard, target an Iswar monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. Also, this card gains the following effect. This turn, you can activate this effect. Normal summon one Iswar monster. Okay, so this and the two UR Iswar cards are not that bad. They're actually pretty good. This card allows you to summon basically any of your level 5s for one last tribute, which is not terrible. Again, the level 5s are okay. Not terrible, but they're not great either. I think if it allowed you to summon them for one less tribute and then reduce the level by 1, that would be a little bit better. Then you could go into rank 4. You can go into the rank 4 Bahamut Seas monster. So I feel like could have done that, but still being able to summon level 5 monsters without contributing them is still a pretty good effect. Next we have Go Golem Golden Form. It's a Earth attribute level 4 rock type effect monster. Questionable attack and 1500 defense. It cannot be a normal summon or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one Go monster. And cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card's attack becomes double the original attack of the attributed monster. Any battle damage your opponent takes from attacks above this card is halved. Once per turn during either player's turn, if a monster's effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, this card loses exactly 1500 attack, and if it does, negate that effect. Alright, so this is not that bad. Some Go support. I do believe the Zubaba Bancho Gagaga codes counts as a Go monster. So, by that token, you could tribute that monster, summon Go form, or Golden Form, I mean. I believe it is 1500 attack, so this card would be 3000 attack, and it would get 2 negations because it loses exactly 1500 attack. Obviously, you're going to be summoning this in defense route. I don't think you're going to be attacking with this card often or at all. It's basically just going to be there for, negation. Obviously, your opponent can bait this card out with the negation. So there's that. But, that being said, I still think this is a pretty solid card. And for being an SR, it's not bad. Now we're looking at Silent Angler, another card that Shark used in the anime. As if you control a water monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you cannot special summon monsters from your hand for the rest of the turn. Now, this card is good for water monsters, for the water archetype, and being able to go into rank 4 plays. But it does really just end there, because it can't summon monsters from the hand. Does kind of hurt this card a bit, but that being said, it's still a neat card. Still going to rank 4 plays, but it would be nice if it didn't have the handicap where you can't summon monsters from the rest for this return. But still, it's a relatively good card. Now we're going to take a look at Gishki Abyss. Got more Gishki support. Level 2, 800 attack, 500 defense. When this card is summoned, you can add a Gishki monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck to your hand, except Abyss. Okay, so it's not bad. So when you summon this, you can add the Gishki Vision to your hand. And if you have like another retro monster or a spell in your hand, you can use that Vision as the entire requirement, and then, you know, ritual summon. So yeah, those two cards are pretty good. I would say just like the Evil Swarm support that we're getting in this main box, just like that, the Gishki support in this main box is good. It is good, but like I said, with Evil Swarm support, it's not gonna be enough to bring them back, to bring them to the meta, or, you know, change it at all. But nonetheless, they are still good support. Now we're gonna take a look at Atreus, Keeper of Armageddon. It's a rank 5 Dark Attribute Fiend type Exceed monster. So you can summon this in Cyber Dragons. 2600 attack, 700 defense. Once per turn, you can touch a secret material from this card, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and destroy it. Now, see, it's an okay card. I say that because in the current meta, there's a lot of cards that can't be targeted, that have destruction protection, and all that jazz. So, yeah, really only like good way is to banish right now. So, I mean, yeah, it's still a good rank 5 Xyz. Like I said, it could be used in Cyber Dragons, and that's really all I got to say about that. Now we got Fissure coming into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. This is a really old card in the TCG, and it's finally showing its face in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Yeah, so basically, destroys a face of monster your opponent controls with the lowest attack. You know, it could be better if it was with the highest attack. So you can get rid of stuff like Shogun, Sun Saga, and also this card does not target. So it already makes this card better than Atreus. And yeah, like I said, there's not much to say about it. And the final SR card we're going to take a look at is another spell called Surface. Target level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster in your graveyard, and summon it in face of defense mode. Short, sweet, to the point. Monster Reborn for Shark archetype, basically. And yeah, pretty good. Alright, so that is it for the UR and SR cards. I did say we're going to take a look at some of the other Exceed monsters. We're not going to go over their effects. Basically just I'm going to skim over them real quick. We have Eva Gishki, Marageist, support for the Gishki archetype. I think it's one of the first Eva Gishki Exceed monsters we're going to get in Duel Links, which is pretty good. So we got another Evil Swarm Exceed monster, got Thanatos. Basically, can be unaffected by your other monster's effects. We have Soul of Silver Mountain, which basically seals up if your opponent's spell trap cards. Most will carry Arrow Shark, deals damage for however many cards your opponent's hand. Number 28, Titanic Moth, can be used in Dark Magician. Number 45, Crumble Logos, the Prophet of Demolition. Another pretty cool Seed monster. We got Mermail Abyss Strike. So this might actually bring Mermails back up a little bit. Alright, so that is it for the URSR cards and the other rare number series monsters in the Shark Fang main box. Again, overall, it is a good box to invest in if you're going to do a pure Shark water deck. But as meta concerns, it, could be better. But that is going to wrap up yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. If you guys are excited to get up to 3 copies of Shark Drake and, make a pure Shark deck, then be sure to smash the like button down below. And for those of you who watch my videos but are not subbed, then please do me the favor of going down and hitting that big red subscribe button to join the Broken Universe today. And while you're at it, go ahead and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. And that's it. I'm gonna get the heck on out of here. And until the Shark Fang main box comes into Duel Links, I will see you all in the next one.